Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Now today I had a really funny idea while I was watching Aftv earlier, and I decided I was going to rank the Aftv regulars in a tier list. And I've got all the ones that I know and that I'm familiar with here. I feel like I can't really rate the rest of the guys, even though there's a ton, but I just don't know them that well and it'll feel kind of unfair to rate them. So yeah, let's get right into it. We've got 5 categories: legendary, pretty decent, watchable, not great, has to go, blood. I thought this was kind of a funny joke. If you watch Aftv, you'll know. But again, it's not really one category that we're rating them off. You know, some are known for the memes, some are known for just being good sports presenters, and some are known for just being entertaining and watchable guys. Yeah, and let's just get right into it. So the first guy we have is Cecile. I think he's pretty new at the Aftv team, but I definitely like him a lot. I think he kind of switches the whole moderator thing with Robbie, and sometimes he's kind of the main guy. I feel like he's a good backup for Robbie, although he's not the most entertaining to watch and also not very memed. So for me, he goes unwatchable, but still a good guy. Next we have Claude. Now Claude is not at Aftv anymore, but he used to, and he's one of the most important guys there, or he used to be at least. And he was cancelled, I think, for making some racist comment about Asians or something, but I don't believe that he's a racist. I doubt it, and I don't think he was trying to offend anyone. It was just something slipped out. I mean, he's an old guy and times used to be different, you know what I mean? Not everyone is so woke and so, I don't know what you'd call it as today, but never mind. That's what we're on about. Still, Claude, he always knows his football. He was always drunk at the shoots, which I found pretty funny, and yeah, he was a pretty decent guy, and kind of was realistic, honest about the club, and yeah, I like him. He'll go on pretty decent for me. Now next up we have Don Robbie, the Don himself. I think his old reggae name used to be Robbie Crucial, or Crucial Robbie, or something like that. Yeah, this guy is, come on, he's a legend. He's known for the dub memes. He's a dub father, some call him, but he also gets baited a lot, and he's just a cool guy. I'm sure if you'd meet him, he'd be really nice, but also I feel like he's the Don, you know, so you're meant to be scared of him a bit, or at least kind of shy towards him. Next up we have Charlene. Now Charlene always makes the watch-alongs pretty aesthetically pleasing and more pleasing to the eye compared to some of these other people on the list. Yeah, she's not the brightest light bulb in the house, if that's a saying, but she gets baited quite a lot, I think almost every week, and for that, you know, she has to go and watchable. I don't feel like she's above watchable, but she's also not below it, because she's an important part at Aftv. She's fun because she gets baited all the time, so you have to appreciate her for that. Next up we have DT. I'm not a huge fan of DT, to be honest. I know he's the most watched guy at Aftv, but I feel like he's a bit cocky and a bit full of himself, and almost as deluded as Ty, if I'm being honest. But you know, there's a few funny memes on him, and yeah, for me he's unwatchable. I know most people would probably put him in legendary, but for me he just doesn't play that role. I don't think he's funny. He doesn't really know all that much about sports, and yeah, he's a bit full of himself, but there are some good memes, so he goes unwatchable for me. Next up we have Ty, aka Sir Tywell the Deluded, aka Headphones. Those are his kind of nicknames. Yeah, Ty also just belongs in legendary, no questions asked. This guy is fucking hilarious, and when there's a few just so funny moments, he always repeats himself, like when he's arguing. He's so like, he only repeats himself, and his like comebacks towards people are just dreadful, which is just so funny. And there's this video where he argues with a kid for like minutes, and it was just so funny. but also his kind of love for the club makes him seem deluded sometimes because he backs the club no matter what, and he always has an excuse for everything. It's never the club's fault. But yeah, Ty is definitely one of the most genuine guys there and really entertaining to watch. Next up we have James. James for me is like the perfect sports presenter. I feel like he belongs at Sky Sports or something, doing the Premier League there. But you know what his future might behold. You never know. He might be at Sky Sports in a few years, or he'll just be really big at AFTV. Yeah, he's always good with his kind of stats and stuff. But for me, like, he's not the most entertaining of guys, but he's good at what he does. You know, he's good sports presenter, and for me, he'll go unwatchable because he's decent. He probably deserves to be up here, but if I look at some of the other people here, it doesn't really make sense to put him higher. Now, next up, we have Lee Judge, aka the Judge. Lee Judges, aka the Judge, I mean. And I have two pictures of him here by accident. This guy, no doubt about it, legendary. Just one of the, again, a good sports presenter, always kind of speaking the truth and really good at what he does. Fun to watch during the watch-alongs and seems like a really genuine, fun guy. Yes, now here, you can't really see it, but it's meant to be Mo, but the picture kind of cut off, and you can't really recognize him. But for me, this guy, I don't know, he's a bit boring, if I'm being honest. Can't say any more than that. He doesn't really get baited, he's not funny. I don't know, he goes not great for me. Yeah, next up we have Pippa. I used to think she was Robbie's daughter, but I don't think she is. I think they're just friends because they kind of both looked a bit similar, and they both had like a similar character, I felt like. But yeah, she seems like a really good, she knows her football, which is always cool. And yeah, she's a good presenter. Again, a good alternative to Robbie. And for me, she's pretty decent for me. I don't know, I think I like Pippa. She seems like a cool person, and she's fun when she's there during the watch-alongs, although she does look at her phone quite a lot. Yeah, next up we have Troops. I don't know, this guy definitely belongs on Legendary for me. He's just one of the best at AFTV, or he's not at AFTV anymore, is he? But when he used to be at AFTV, this guy was always funny. When the games were lost, he used to scream his head off, and his accent is really dope. He has like that London accent, and yeah, seems like he's definitely a legend. He invented the Obama blood clot Yang thing, so just alone for that, he has to be a legendary. Alright, next up we have Turkish. Now Turkish, again for me, not great, just not an entertaining guy, and I don't know, he seems a bit weird sometimes during his interviews, but I still do watch them every now and again. But I'm sure he's a cool guy and stuff, but just not special, and if you look at some of the other people on this list, he doesn't really deserve to be up there with them. And finally we have Kelechi. I like Kelechi, he's always fun during the watch-alongs, although he doesn't really know his football, if I'm being honest, and I don't know, he's kind of needs a lot of attention, you kind of notice that, but for me he goes unwatchable along with the rest of these guys here. Pretty fun guy, I'm sure he has his moments and stuff, but not really up there with these guys. Yeah, so tell me what you thought of my list, if you think it's accurate or not. If I'm looking back at it, I would put DT higher, because I know so many people always watch him, and it would be disrespectful to put him down here watchable, but I do not believe he's a legend. Would you guys put DT in legendary? I'm not sure, I'm not convinced, but again, I'm not a huge DT fan. Yeah, but I feel like these four are the only guys who belong up here, and this seems kind of right. Maybe I put James a bit higher, but I'm going to keep him down here because he's not one of the biggest guys there yet, but I'm sure he'll be up legendary status one day if I made this video in 5 years again. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Tell me if you enjoyed it, and tell me if you didn't like it, what I could do better, because I'm not really good with all this YouTube stuff at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you later.